Hello and good morning. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. I think I'm about 2 minutes early, but hopefully you follow me and you see when I go live. I have a lot to go over today. I think you'll enjoy it. I had fun playing with these sets. Just hop on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, and also let me know if it's the first time you're watching me. So go ahead, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Good morning, Jill, Julie, Winann, Deborah. Oh yeah, we got everybody up with me this morning. Terry, Pam, Stacy, thank you. You're so happy I'm on at 9 o'clock. Me too, and even that was tough today. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, sunny Florida, rub it in, Susan. It's very chilly here in New York. But I'm nice and toasty warm in my stamp studio. Hi, Bernice from Canada. Thank you all for tuning in. And I have a lot to go over. We are going to jump right in. Okay, so first thing I want to show you is the new kits collection from Stampin' Up. And it's a robot kit. Isn't it cute? There's also a video out there. This is the whole collection right there. When mine comes in, I will do a video on it. But how cute is that for grandchildren, friends, kids, girls and boys alike? We have a nice little robot kit. And there it is again. So you can find that by going to stampinup.com/kits or go to stampersdelight.com and you'll be able to find that. The other item I want to remind everybody about is the Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club that Donna Gray in Australia and myself are doing, and prayers out to Australia. They had some devastating floods there, so hope everyone is well. You can check all of that out by going to stampersdelight.com. This month's paper pumpkin is Beyond the Horizon, and that coordinates, of course, with our On the Horizon set. So you do have to sign up for that by March 10th. And they're sending an exclusive extra stamp set with that paper pumpkin. So definitely check that out. I promise we're going to get started. I told you I had a lot to go over. We have the Savings in Bloom going on for this month. Save 20% on the mini embossing machine. That's insane, okay? Never has that been on sale. And also there are 13 bundles that you can get 20% off. And Joanne says she ordered the robot kit. It should be here today. Oh, looking forward to see what you do with that, Joanne. So those are all the things going on except for the Waves of the Ocean. I'm going to just flip this down for a second. Waves of the Ocean is my online class for this month. If you haven't joined that yet, you have till March 10th, and the description will be, everything that you need to know will be in the description after this. And I have been putting it on social media, so check that out. So it is the Waves of Inspiration is the stamp set, Waves of the Ocean is the collection. That is March's online class. Okay, phew. All right. So with that said, I want to show you some cards. You have not seen these cards by me. These are not the cards that I did on my video. And you can go back and on YouTube and watch my Waves of the Ocean video. The cards that you get in the class this month will be totally different. And here are some cards, other cards that you have not seen yet. This is the card we did at my in-person class last night or yesterday. Also, I was in a swap dedicated to this stamp set, and I thought you would love to see some of these. Now, this was the swap that I sent, and I had to make 21 of them. This one didn't get sent because the happy birthday was a little wonky. But I did want to go through real quick and show you these gorgeous cards and give a little shout outs here. This is Jan McCullum. That's how hers is, what hers looks like. I will post these on stampersdelight.com. This one is by Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie, I'm glad she showed me how to use those extra pieces. I wasn't sure what they were there for. Aren't they gorgeous? This is a stand-up card. Look at that. Okay, this is Glenda Calkins, and I apologize if I say your name wrong. Everybody had fun using these, using this set. And this one is from Jan Faring. So this was from the Leaders Group, Stampin' Up! Leaders Group, and we did the swap. And this is Lisa Miltakis. And again, I apologize. Yes, that was a beautiful sunset on that one. If I pronounce your name wrong, I like how she cut the birds out. This one is Rachel Truitt. So many ideas. So many ideas for this set. This one is Laura Milligan. Thank you, Laura. Even if you don't get in on my March online class and you have this set, now you have lots of ideas. This is Leslie Bumgardner. Again, I apologize. Not everybody has an easy name like Ward, my married name. My maiden name wasn't so easy. Kelly Schutte, and I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but look at this. I love how she used that ribbon in the annual catalog. That metallic ribbon is probably one of, that mesh metallic ribbon is probably one of my favorite ribbons. Cutting all those little pieces. Here's one from Sue Kempter. And Sue did a nice little belly band here with that pull-out fold. I had done this fold a while ago. Whoop, this is coming off. I have to glue that. I had done this fold a while ago. I guess I'm going to have to do that again. Yes, thank you, Darcy. Share my videos. Don't forget to leave me comments. This one is from Gloria Vale. I like how she added our sailboat to this. That's some big wave over that sailboat, though. I apologize for coughing. Not sure why. It's not allergy season, I don't think, but I think I have allergies all year round. This one does not have a name on it. Oh, maybe this was Ann's. Let me just double check here. Aha! This was my friend Ann Hallstrom. Then we have Sarah Neal. Great ideas. This one is Susan Kirk. Now, this is another stand-up card. So she has that on the back. And that's the front. So the stand-up card. This one does not have a name on it, so I can't give them credit. Another one with a beautiful sunset or horizon is Catherine Dawn. I promise we're getting to the end, so we can... This is Julie Anderson. But I thought it was important for you to see all the things you can do with this beautiful, beautiful set, right? This one is from Kathy Miller. She has that bumped up with dimensionals there. And this one is, I'll open it up. This is a Z-fold card, but I like the way she's got that little pelican there to hold it closed. This is Kathy Bedell. So you can tuck that right in there. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Janelle. This one is from Kim Allen. I like the tag right there. And that is it for the swap. So there's a lot of ideas that you can get from that stamp set. We are going to be working with vellum today. And I just want to let you know that I know celebration is over, okay? Celebration is over. However, I have some extras. And I wanted to show you these because I'm running my own celebration right now. It's while supplies last, so I only have a few things here, okay? So when you place an order with me starting today, not including the online class, that does not get included in this. If you place a $100 order with me, you can take advantage of getting this stamp set and designer series paper from me. or the special moments. Okay, this is a $100 order US before shipping and tax. Remember, I only have some of these left, so order today and then send me a message. Let me know what item you want. This is a $100 order. This is my own celebration going on while supplies last. For $50 or more, I think I have 2 of these left. This is the daffodil paper. This is the marvelous paper. These are with $50 orders. This is the sunshine and rainbows. We have driving by. These are all new, never used. Island vibes and awesome otters. I may have the catching butterflies too. So you need to place an order and send me a message what free item you want. Remember, this is my celebration while supplies last. Okay, you ready to see some stamping? What do I do with my swap cards? Well, funny you should ask, Molly. We don't put our names on the swap so that we can use them. Okay, we put a little insert with our name on there, but we don't actually stamp the card so that we can use those cards. And I do use them. Okay, so we're going to be playing with vellum today. And one of the things I have here, I'm going to show you a couple of things that, there's a lot of ways to play with vellum, all right? But I thought, since this bundle, and you're going to see more than this bundle, I have like 4 here. This is the Beauty of Friendship bundle that's on sale. And I was playing with the vellum because that sometimes is an issue. So let me show you what I did with this. The first thing I did was I used brads. Okay. So this I embossed, and then I used brads. You can see these are a little wonky too. But that's how I attached this one. I attached it with brads, and then I glued it down to the base. Oh, you love learning new ways to use vellum? Absolutely. So this was the first card I did, and I used the brads, which we also sell. And just poke a hole through them. And here, I'll lift this up so you can see it, because that's why I did it. All right, so we put the brad there, and then you lay the paper down on your base, and you have a nice little item there. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is you can take this paper and take a larger piece of vellum. You see how I have that piece up there? Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to do with that, because we are also going to be doing some embossing. As soon as I grab my Versamark. I had a class here yesterday, so I cleaned up, and you know I should never clean up too much. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to ink this up, and I am going to, let's see, I'm going to use the gold, so I'm going to stamp. Remember, this is one of the stamp sets you can get 20% off. I'm going to stamp thank you right there. I'm going to bring in my tray. And if you have to hop off to go to work, just catch the replay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my copper. Now, these little cases that click on the side, I got these a long time ago on Amazon. And they have, as I recall, they were a little pricey. I have seen them in the dollar store now. If you go to the Dollar Tree, it's now the $1.25 store. I'm going to pop that out. I got a little clear in there, but that's okay. This tray, we used to sell. Stampin' Up! Had these. I've seen these kind of trays also in the Dollar Tree. If you want to check that out. Okay, so that's my copper. I have to put everything away or it'd blow all over the place. Now I'm going to bring in my heat tool. You're going to make sure it gets heated up. Now, some people like to do it from the front once it heats up. Some people do it from the back. I actually do it both, okay? Normally, I would do it in the front just so I could see. Okay, so now it's heating up. And you can do it from the back once you get it heated up if you'd like. What happens is it stops it from bowing or rippling. All right, I'm going to bring in, now that's embossing powder. This is shaded spruce. How long does the embossing powder last? I've had this one for years. Okay, I haven't bought embossing powder in a couple of years, Winnie-Ann. And thank you for coming yesterday. Okay, so now I'm going to just stamp this in shaded spruce. So the thing is, that was in Versamark and embossing powder. You can also use our regular inks and clear. Don't have my little spoon here, so I'll just throw the clear on there. And that will also emboss. Your regular inks also emboss. All right, so you can't see that right now, but we'll just turn this back on. One thing I will tell you, don't blow it over that. I'm going to bring this up, let it heat up for a couple of seconds. And you can see that our regular inks also emboss, so you can get some color there. That's why we only carry a couple of colors in the embossing, because you can use your regular craft inks to emboss. Okay, so let's put that back. I got a little chocolate in my peanut butter there too, but I don't worry too much about that. All right, so let me move this out of the way. Okay, so now I have this. I like to play around with it and get it make sure it's not too bowed. All right, so like this one, I use the brads. This one, you can see that I cut a 1/4 of an inch higher. I hate that little powder all over, though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, and this is 4 by 5 1/2. I just want to be careful I don't cut it. I'm going to swing this around, and I'm going to do a little 1/4 of an inch here, or 1/8 of an inch, and I'm just going to score that. Okay, just got a little bit of a score line there. And I'm just going to fold this over. Okay, there we go. I'm going to bring in my tear tape. I'm going to add that. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and where that score line is, I'm going to just wrap it around there, keeping it straight. So I've attached my vellum, and you can't see it. I would bring in my bone folder and just give it a good, I had my bone folder on, there it is. Get it down there really good. Then I'm going to bring in my base. I'm just using Very Vanilla. Yes, you can use your regular inks to emboss. I'm so glad you didn't know that. I taught you something new. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay that on my Very Vanilla. And I have a thank you card. Now, I will put some embellishments on it, but today's video is more how to use vellum. Okay, so you can use the brads, or you can use that fold over little method. That was the first one. And remember, that set is 20% off. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is, let's do this. This one's kind of cute. This one is really cute, actually. Let me move this out of the way. Where did I put that one? I'm trying to do them in some kind of order here for you. All right, well, I guess we're going to bring in the hydrangeas because that's next. All right, so the hydrangeas, This is another set that's on sale, bundle that's on sale. And for this one, what I did was I just used my vellum as my card base. And then inside, I attached another little piece of white for my sentiment. And then I added a back piece, which this way you don't see the glue, okay? And you have a place to write more if you want. Okay, so let's do that one. So for this one, it's a piece of vellum cut long ways. We're just folding that in half, just like that. Okay, so that's our card base. Then I have this piece of white, regular basic white, and that is 2 3/4 by 8, I believe. Yes. And I'm going to score that at 4 inches, so it's in half. Notice I have an extra piece here. I'll be using that too. And then I'm just going to fold that. Now remember, if you don't have this set, you can get this at 20% off also. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to bring in, and this is really not about the stamping today. Well, it is about the stamping, but let me see. I need one of these. There it is. I need this stamp right here. Okay. And I'm going to put that on my block. I had taken it off the block for my class. Okay, this is a large stamp, and you can use the Stampersdelight on this. I'm going to take that same shaded spruce. I am going to stamp that at an angle. It's okay if it goes off the paper, which it didn't. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my stem. This is where the Stampersdelight comes in handy, but I have the Stampersdelight set up for something else. So, and then what I think I'm going to do is I am going to ink this off one time. I don't think I want it that dark, so let me ink that off one time and just get a very subtle edge or color. There we go. Now I've got this. This is all from that set, okay? And I am going to use, let's see, what did I use on here? I did use fresh freesia, so let's use the fresh freesia. I don't want to call this a blob, but I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm just going to add some color to the top of that. There we go. Okay. I'm going to bring in my card base, and this is going to actually go right inside here, just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal because you're not going to see that. Okay, so we are going to put that right inside here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to do some white embossing powder right over that. All right, that's pretty clean. Let me bring in my white embossing powder and my Versamark. Please don't forget to leave comments, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And if you have any questions, I will answer them, probably after the video. Right on top of this, okay, I am eyeballing it with the Versamark. I'm going to bring in my white. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Mary Ellen, for sharing my video. Okay, so this is the white. I think we're done with the embossing, so I'm not going to put that back. I'll put that on my work chair over here and hope that I don't spill it. Okay. I'm going to bring in my heat tool. Oh, yeah, let me do this one first. All right, so I'm going to bring in my heat tool. Jeez, I can't even turn it on this morning. And let it warm up a little bit. You love the hydrangeas? I don't recommend this. Everybody, you do know how hot it gets. All right, and then I'm going to do the white embossing powder. And you can see that it is popping with some white color. If you can also do this. This also helps, another little trick. So it doesn't warp as much. Do a little spot at a time and then take it away, let it cool off. And just make sure that you have the whole thing done. This one didn't get done right here. I believe it's all done. It's hard for me to see with my lights on here. If I lift that up, I can tell. Yep, all done. Okay. Then I'm going to grab a little thank you and my gorgeous grape. Hey, I just found the other gorgeous grape. I was looking for that yesterday. Right on top of there, I'm going to do thank you. Oh, I guess I wasn't done with the embossing powder. So again, I'm going to use clear, not white, because remember I got the purple. So let me put this back. These little trays are great. Well, this one's a big one, but. So I'm going to take the purple and the clear and just add a little clear. Wow, another one that didn't know you could use our regular inks. You could emboss them. Yes, you can. Okay, now I will move this over here. Take the heat tool again and let it warm up for a minute. Once it's inked up and heated, we are done with that. All right, what do you think so far? Okay, then I'm going to take this piece. This is actually the same size as inside, but I'm going to cut off half of it. I only need the 4 inches. That's going to go right back here so you don't see any glue. You actually don't see the glue too bad through this, the Stamp and Seal. You really don't see it. But I'm going to add that back there for your personal message or your personal message inside. So that, and let me show you the finished one. So there you go. I added some doodads. I added some of those pastel pearls. Remember, this is another set that's 20% off. And then you open it up like this. This one has, I appreciate all the little things you do. You can put your sentiment in there or leave it blank. And then on the back, you can sign it. Okay, so that was another idea. This one I'm going to show you I had done earlier. And I'll just explain this one because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I took a piece of vellum and I used the birch stamp set with the hydrangea. Did the same thing as the first card. I wrapped it around the top. So I did a piece of vellum. I embossed it. I layered it on a piece of fresh freesia. I took a piece of designer series paper with the rest of it's right here. I cut it at an angle, and then I glued that down over the vellum, and then I laid the flower this way. So this way you don't see that harsh line. I'm getting your wheels spinning. Yay! You didn't know that you could emboss on. Oh, I'm so happy that I am teaching you something new. So again, same idea as the first one. You flip it over, you make it 1/4 of an inch wider or longer, and you flip it over your cardstock. So that was another way to use the vellum. We're on a roll. And remember, I'll have still shots to show you. Just go to Stampersdelight.com. So that's the Hydrangea Heaven. The next one I'm going to show you, and I bought this set and I never used it. So I used it for this to show you something else you can do with vellum. I have a lot of little pieces here. I already did all that because this isn't about cutting things out today. So this is the all squared away set, and inside here you have these great little dies. I bought this just for these 4 dies here because they're just so stinking cute. And then of course your stamp set. So let me show you the card first. You are so worth celebrating. And there you see my flowers on the vellum, and then you can see some color behind there also on the green. Happiest birthdays. Let me show you how I did this one. The first thing I did was I took a piece of Granny Apple Green. For this I am going to use my Stampersdelight. And let me just see if I got it. I would need that up at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and layer these where I want them. So they're not so wonky and crooked. I'm going to go ahead and lay that one down. Oh, thank you, Molly. And put that one right there. Okay. Now, there might be some green already on this, and I'm not too worried about it because it will, you won't see it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. Getting all my ink on there. This is why I didn't use the Stampersdelight for the hydrangeas, because I already had it set up for this one. But I would have normally used it. Okay, I am going to push that down. You see that one didn't come out. So let me try pushing it again. That's why I love the Stampersdelight. There we go. Still got a little bit up here that didn't work, so let me just press that. That one might need a little ink. Let's just put a little more ink on it. How many times have you done a project and then you're upset because it didn't stamp right? There we go. Okay. That you're not going to see all of it, so if a couple of little pieces didn't come out, that's okay. Most of it did. Okay, so here's my base. Now, I'm going to arrange my flowers. These are actually the same thing. You see I cut those out. Just going to grab the colors that I want to use. So you see I have this one and this one. All these little flowers. I have this one. Let's see. I want to use all the flowers. So let's see. We'll use the blue. There's the blue. Now I need a pink one. So the pink can be with, let's say, this one. Yeah. We'll use the pink with this one. All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I need. Okay. Let me just slide this out of the way. Okay, so now I can actually glue this down. Are you ready? With glue dots. So because it's so small, I am going to use glue dots on this piece first. And I am just going to add some glue dots to this. I could use my adhesive or either my Tombow, which might be easier. for this one, but you can use glue dots too. Let's go with the Tombow. So for the frames, I'm just adding a little Tombow. Add a little bit here. You don't need a real lot. I'm going to start with this one. And the good thing about the Tombow is I can slide it around to where I want it. Just wipe that off a little bit. And then I'll use the purple. This is the Fresh Freesia. Just a little dab will do ya. Our adhesives are great. I use them all. I know you don't see me use Tombow that much because I'm a messy Tombow user. Add that. You love your Stamparatus? I know. There's nothing like it, is there? Okay. That one's a little crooked, so let's just straighten that out a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to add this one. Don't go anywhere because I got another card, and I think you're really going to love the next card, too. Okay, we'll put that pink one right there, trying to keep it in place. And then we have the grapefruit. Whoop, got a little bit too much on there. Everybody seems to be happy that I'm on at 9 o'clock and not 7. Well, guess what? So am I. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, these are actually going to go on top of it, but off just slightly so that you can see some color. Can you see how you can see the navy blue through it? Night of navy? Okay, this is where I'm going to grab my glue dots, and I'm actually going to take them off there because I want to roll them up a little bit. This one will fit right there. And I'm just squishing that, rolling it around so I can adhere it right there. Then I'm going to add that to my card, but off center. Yes, nice and colorful, waiting for spring. Okay, this one, same thing. I'm going to squish it a little bit. Now, if I put it here, it's okay because I'll have a flower over there. But you can use glue dots where you're not putting anything like on the leaves. Put a glue dot around there. And the glue dots don't really show through. They attach very nicely. And you can get the corners. Okay, so we're just going to push that over a little bit so you can see the color. So glue dots work too. Let me grab this one. Whoop. Let me take that off. It's the other way around, isn't it? Okay, we want it this way. Okay, so that one. I'm going to add a glue dot up here. I would probably put more glue dots than I'm doing right now, but I want to get through all the cards. Okay, so there you go. And then the last one. Good morning. I'm glad you caught me live too. Okay, we're going to do this one and make sure I have that going the right way. So again, in the corners, the glue dots are great because you can roll them up and stick them down. And you don't see them. Okay, let's grab one more for the other corner. Good morning, Terry. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this one off-centered. And then I'm going to grab some flowers and adhere those onto here. This one's got, I'm going to flip that one around. So again, now this, I would use my dimensionals. I'm actually going to do this one back. Whoop, stick that back down. I'm going to actually do this one backwards because there's something on that one. So we're going to, now you got 3 colors there. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's take this one and add that one right here. It was way too early for you. Yeah, I think it was early for everybody. Again, now I'm going to switch to mini dimensionals. This is a little bit smaller. And you see what I'm doing. Now you can see 3 colors. You can see the pink, you can see the vellum, and you can see the grapefruit. This one I'm going to use the small ones. I'm going to do that. Grab one of these. And let's grab a blue one. Okay. So you would add all that on there. You would stamp, add your sentiment, and your gems. So we're not gonna, what I'm gonna do is just add that to the card. Yeah, let's finish it. We might as well finish it, right? All right, so I'm just gonna take a piece of ribbon and my ribbon scissors. I am going to put this right here, flip that over. Today's video was more about showing you ways to use and adhere vellum. I have more ways, so if you'd like me to do another video on ways to use vellum and ways to adhere vellum, let me know. I'm just going to use this. Put that right there. Grab a strip of white. And so you're so worth celebrating with the polished pink. Thank you, Linda. And then again with my dimensionals, I'll add. Okay, I went back, I logged off and went back in. Let me know if I am back on. No, we're not having any storms. It's very cold here. But I guess I lost connection. I didn't lose connection. That's just odd, but okay, it's buffering. I should be back on now. Please let me know if I am. Winann, if you're there, you're up the road from me, so let me know if I'm back on before I get started again. I'm on. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're back. All right. So here is the card, and then I would just add some gems. I didn't go any further. I waited for everyone. Since I have the pastel pearls here, that's what I'm going to use for this one, okay? This one I use the in colors. What I would do is just cover up those centerpieces with these. I'm glad I'm back because the last one I think you're really going to like if you didn't like any of these. All right, so that's another way of adhering vellum, just like that, using the glue dots. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, the internet and computers are great when they work right. Okay, the next one I want to show you, and I think you'll really like this one also, another way to do a card with vellum and where you're not going to see it. Similar to the first one. I'm going to put those pieces over there because I need them. Again, and this is the last card. That internet couldn't hold out, could it? Okay, so we are going to fold that in half. That's another reason why I don't like to do long videos. I don't trust the internet, especially where I am in the woods. I'm going to fold that in half. Okay, here's the card. And you can see that you don't see any of the me adhering any of the vellum. The glue, because I'm covering it up. This is also a set that is on 20% off. So here's my vellum. Here's my sunflower. I did this in brown, and today I decided to change it to blue for the Ukraine, letting them know we are thinking of them. Thoughts and prayers. I don't want this to get into a debate or anything, but I do want to let them know we are thinking of them. So I'm switching it to blue. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take that base, and then you're going to take these pieces right here. I am going to actually cut a piece of this blue at an angle. So here's the thing. The first one I do is my test piece. So that's going to go right there, right in the middle. I'm going to have a little bit of, on this one I wanted a little border, that one I didn't. Okay? So I'm just going to take this again because I need 4 of them. And I'm going to use that as my test one. Okay? I need 4 that are the same. Should have had another piece here, but I'll just use this one. Okay, so I'm making 4. That should be pretty close. Doesn't have to be perfect. And this is the way I'm cutting them. Let me take those out and just use one now. I'm using that as my guide. You can also, if you want, use a pencil. Okay, so I have 4 pieces now. And again, they don't have to be exact. I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to put that right here. Now, I am leaving a border this time. This one I didn't have a border, but this one I am. And I'm going to just glue that down. Not going too far to the edges, so that if I have a shorter piece, it will show. Okay, I'm going to put that there. This is going to go right here, so I am going to go ahead and put a little glue right here. I'm going to add pieces here. Whoop, not that piece. Here I'm going to grab a little Tombow. You know, it's funny, the internet cut out, and what I was worried about was I lost power yesterday, just before my class. I'm going to put that underneath. Well, I'll leave it right there because something else is going on there. And this morning I thought to myself, oh gosh, I hope I don't lose internet again. I used to stress about that a lot. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about it. Just pick up where you left off and start again, right? So I'm just going to stick that underneath here. You're loving all the ways and ideas for vellum. Oh, I'm so happy that you like this video. I have to do more how-tos, huh? I'm going to add that one right there. That's good. All right. I'm going to grab a piece of vellum, cardstock, and let's see. Let me see what this says. Let's celebrate you. Know that you are loved. I need another. I want to use this as a card for them. So I'm looking for a stamp. Might not go with that set, but okay, here we go. I got it. I'm going to use the Hydrangea. The world is a better place because of you. They need all our thoughts and prayers, don't they? So let's grab this. That's not going to fit on there, so I need a little bit wider piece. Okay. I am going to grab black Memento. No, I'm going to use Espresso because I don't have the blue or the yellow here. the last one. The last one's your favorite, meaning this one? Or the pink one? I'm just going to cut that off. That's going to go right here. Now remember, you're going to be able to see through that, so I'm only going to add glue on this edge. Okay. Now on the inside, I'm just going to flip that over. You see there? You can see all that glue. Yes, ma'am. Okay. I'm going to glue this one right on top of it. So, Jill, this is your favorite one. Okay. Just say pink or blue so I know. All right. And then again, you could leave that like that, but if you're going to put a sentiment in here, like I have this piece of Very Vanilla, you're going to want to make sure that it's covered up. So you can see I'm just gluing that one down onto here, leaving a little edge. You don't have to if you don't want to. There you can see the glue again. So we're just going to glue that on top of there. It also adds a little stability to your card because obviously cardstock is heavier than vellum. Now I have this piece. Now this was the piece left over from here. So I'm just going to cut it down to fit that. So there's no waste. Okay, I'm just going to cut this down a little bit more. I need to cut it more than that. Let's see. Yep, need to cut it a little bit more. Blue, and that's your favorite color. Yeah, I like the blue. I like blue and yellow together anyway. Just using that scrap piece so that I could use it up. There we go. And if I want, I could cut this. I'll just use my scissors for this. So I can put that right in there. And that's where my sentiment or my I would sign it would go. So that's another way to use vellum so that you don't see all the glue. And then you can just add your gems. Okay, so I hope I gave you some good ideas on how to use vellum and how to use what glues to use on vellum. Looking for the rest of my cards, which are all over here now. All right. And this one right here. And this one right here. So you can tell me which one is your favorite. I will have still shots on my blog and on Facebook later. Just have to upload everything. So I hope you enjoyed my Friday morning Facebook Live with ways to use vellum and ways to adhere vellum. Don't forget, these sets that I showed you are now 20% off, along with the mini embossing machine. Also remember, I am running my own celebration while supplies last. And of course, the Waves of the Ocean online class. And don't forget to check out my apparel shop with the new crafty, classy, and a little bit sassy t-shirts, mugs, and more items. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me, even though we had to hop back on, but things happen. In the grand scheme of life, it's not a big issue. I hope you all have a great weekend. Stay well and keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.